You're doing semi side kick. So 3 techniques in this fashion.
Punch, hammer fist, elbow straight circle.
Mike, you hold like an axe kick, and Mike, you hold like a back. You want to get a lot closer to each other, gentlemen. She doesn't need any space in between, really. Yeah, that's it. Drop it down about an inch. Yeah. Center of the board should be your shoulder level high. Everybody drives the most amount of power, 90-degree angle from their hip or shoulder. Depending upon the technique, of course. Kicks is from the hip. Hand techniques from the shoulder, straight line. It always starts. That's good, Sarah.
Yes, sir.
Step there, go 2 inches. Now try. What you can get forehand, has to be right deep your elbow. Nothing but that. One last opportunity. Can you line up with them?
Sir.
Not you guys.
Chariot. Kinyat.
Ready for sparring? Whoever actually sparred today?
Face in front. Chariot. King it. Face each other. Chariot. King it. Chumbe.
If you want them like that, you gotta just tell them. Keep sparring, guys, let's go. Just tell them where you want them. You there, a great change.
Come on. Face each other. Chariot. King it. Face in front. Chariot. King it.
Hold.
Sorry.
If you both wear the same color body pad, it doesn't matter, but one's blue, one's red. Blue's always on the right of the.
Face in front. Chariot. King it. Face each other. Chariot. King it.
Danielle, what's that that just fell on the floor?
Extra large finger.
Okay.
Shumbe. Shija. Facing front. Chariot. King it.
Is there anybody or any technique we missed? Come on, big lines, everyone. Okay. Mike, I've got about 5 things listed here. Most of them I think will be very self-explanatory, so I will not get in depth. Unless, of course, you do. T-bone don't jack, your guarding block and knife. And it's in your, I don't know if you did in your form or not, but I know I've seen before. When you're doing it, you're like this. See how my elbow's out, fingers are down? Get that angle more up and down this way. You're just more here. Punch can still come through there. Up and down, that way when it turns side, that up down is going to knock the block here. But if you bring it your way, that can still come right through. Okay, so put your up and down motion. Lock your walking stances more consistent. Like, for example, in Takeoff 7, you come across to this action. I saw this a lot today in your stances, instead of that front knee really bent. Okay, only in your form. I did not notice it too much in your T-bone don't jack. What I wrote was, lock your walking stance more consistent. It's just not being locked every time, and you want every time, especially now when you're inbounds. There was one part you failed today, which your kick combination. You got to work on a reverse turning kick. 3 out of your 4 kicks, you threw a back kick. However, your first one on your left side was perfect. You had good reverse, you went full circle and so forth. So you're not too far off, but you just have to fix that a little bit. Self-defense wasn't too bad, little hesitation, but your mechanics were good. Your braking technique was excellent, Mike. Your back kick, 1 step in back kick, I wrote VG, very good. It was excellent. Your mechanics, everything, fluidity, looked like knife cutting through butter. Looked very simple. I don't think if you ask Mike, you have to worry about hands. It was excellent. Now, I don't promote this very often, but because you have such comfortable technique, it looked like it was just with ease for you, even with the balance and all this. Here's where you can start to use that a bit more sparring time. If you know somebody who likes to back up a lot, that's where you can step in and go get them with a back kick. But just make sure you're ready to kick again right after if you miss. So, but that's a kick I would start incorporating just a little bit. Add more to your repertoire, so to speak. Free sparring, great attack. So every time you attack Mike, you had a purpose. You came with the E-down, cut distance. You didn't give him very many escape fires, which I'm sure if you watched Samantha did that a lot today. He was very successful in it. Ask Daniel at Nationals, everyone who won, that's what they did, right? Escape fire. And a very common technique. You were doing that very well tonight. You looked to be in good control. Mike as well. You both showed excellent technique. You stuck with basics. You threw the odd double or odd slide or back this sort of thing. One thing, and I want to recommend to both, even though Mike, you're not testing tonight, and Daniel will verify this, any of the juniors, bottom line, at their level, if you want success, you can never let an opponent attack you without you kicking. And a lot of times, you each allowed an attack and then followed up. You can allow the attack, but you've got an escape fire right away. You cannot just let the attack and do nothing. And I saw each of you a few times. You've got to just work on, every time someone's kicking you, you've got to kick them. And you want to out-kick them. So if they're kicking you once, your goal is to try to kick them twice. It's not feasible all the time, but that has to be a goal to be worked on. And your odds of success will be much greater than even now. Even though, don't get me wrong, gentlemen, I thought both your sparring today was relaxed, comfortable, stuck with what you were good at, good impact. You very rarely missed, and when you did, it was from your opponent cutting your distance or taking your technique away. It was very good sparring. Question and answer was fine. Mike, you did a very good job. I'm pleased to promote you to red belt. Chariot, Kinget, pass. I can sling it for you after if you want me to put it so there's no mobility before we go. You want to do it right now, or do we want to fix it? Want to do? Okay. Your nunchucks, Miss Fast Trash, your between the legs technique. You're hitting yourself. Think of it just like if you're switching with your arm here. You should be just touching. Where's your nunchucks? Are they really close? Here, let me show you the action. If you're not careful with this technique, you don't want to low blow yourself. Now, when you're here and you're in a sitting stance, the action's here, impacting like that. You did a lot here, stop, and did that. And you're literally hitting yourself. This is just almost to build momentum. It's a fancy technique, that's all. Okay, so you want to fix that because you don't want to hit yourself. Okay, one other thing. Yibon Donjak 4, your scissor block. Not just the basic one you do solo, but in the fourth action here, with that hand, And with the guard, this hand, you're not finishing your bottom block a lot. Toby, this is one technique I really want you to get your scissor blocks. Okay, self-defense. Sorry, the form was fine. Self-defense. There's one little boo-boo I'd like to fix, even though your self-defense was excellent today. Daniel, can you come up? Just whatever you can do, Toby, don't worry, it's your other hand that does the action anyway. Show me number one, guys. Chariat, king it. Ready? Real slow, Dan. Go ahead. Good. Don't worry about that part, Toby. Stay right there. Grab your own shoulder. You did not do that one thing. If you don't, let go. Now just hold the head. Don't put your hand like that, but just hold the fist. Daniel, roll out of there. Hard and fast. Go. See how he can fight out? That's why you've got to hold this. Face each other. Chariat, again. Thank you, Daniel. And thank you on behalf of Ms. Bastrash for a good partner for her tonight. And Toby, your second technique was almost perfect. I wrote very good. Your self-defense with the sweep and back fist. Very good timing, good distance. Free spar was good. However, your breaking technique, you did not qualify tonight to pass. However, Ms. Bastrash, I know you injured yourself right off the bat with your elbow. And to me, board breaking is not always about successfully breaking the board. It's when you don't break and you still persevere through. So I see no reason not to promote you this time for your first mini test on second dan. However, that elbow strike will be a breaking technique every mini test, and let's make it successful from here on. Understand? Bottom line, your scissor blocks and that elbow strike you've got to fix. Chariat, king hand, pass. Remember everyone, this is a good example. All the techniques we do is not always just about being successful with them. It's about persevering when you're not successful. And when